The teacher, Mrs. Sharma, scanned the classroom, her eyes settling on an empty chair. Thaithakya Summer, she read from the register, then looked up. Goswami Sanvi, beta, your turn is next, and your mother still hasn't arrived. Her tone was a mix of routine and mild reproach. She had said she would definitely try to come on time. Try. She glanced at the other parents present. Last time, it was her father who came. This time, you've sent your maid, madam. Your priorities seem reversed. She said, gesturing to a couple sitting in the front row. Both make it a point to come, no matter what happens. He took leave from the office today. The mother from the couple nodded, a sympathetic yet proud smile on her face. Yes, we always come together. Then, turning to the general audience, she added, but sir, whatever the case, a mother's presence is an absolute necessity. If not, a mother has to sacrifice her own growth for her children's growth. I left my job at the peak of my career just so that I would never have to say to my children, I will try to make it on time. Goodbye, Sanvi. Mrs. Sharma sighed, marking her register. Sharma ma'am, her mother hasn't come yet. You may go first. Just then, the classroom door creaked open. A woman in a crisp uniform stood at the threshold, her posture straight, but her breathing slightly hurried. May I come in? Please, Mama. Sanvi's voice cut through the murmurs. The woman entered, her eyes immediately finding her daughter's. Hi, ma'am. I hope I'm not late. Absolutely not, Mrs. Sharma said, though her voice was cool. You have perfect timing. It was your turn, actually. But we've started with the next. Sanvi's mother, Captain Ananya Goswami, offered a small, steady smile. That's all right. But first, I have a surprise for you. In fact, it's for everyone. She placed a gentle hand on Sanvi's shoulder. Beta, why don't you read out the paragraph you wrote? Sanvi stood up. Clutching a sheet of paper, she took a deep breath, her voice clear and confident. My role models. I have learned from my mother that it is not necessary to have just one role model in life. So, my role model is every woman who tries. She paused, looking at her teacher. Like my teacher in school, whether someone in class is first or last, she tries to teach us all equally. She tries. Her gaze moved to the housemaid, Rajni, sitting shyly at the back. And at home, my Rajni Didi. When Mama is away on a mission, she tries to make sure I don't feel my mother's absence. She tries too. Finally, she looked at her mother, her eyes shining with pride. And my mother, she performs very important duties for our country. Yet, whether it's sports day or APTM, she tries to always reach on time. She tries. Therefore, my role model is every woman who tries. A profound silence settled in the room. The earlier mother, who had spoken about sacrifice, shifted uncomfortably in her seat. Captain Ananya's eyes were moist, but her smile was radiant. Mrs. Sharma cleared her throat, her demeanor softened. That was beautifully expressed. Sanvi, a very mature perspective. Ananya stepped forward slightly. Thank you, ma'am. I believe if she decides, a woman can carry both her duties and her dreams. It's not about perfect attendance or constant presence. It's about the try, the attempt to bridge worlds, to be there in spirit when you can't in body, to show that your love and commitment are not measured by a single chair at a PTM, but by the values you instill. She looked around at the other parents. Some days, the mission wins. Some days, I can take leave. But every day, I try to be the mother she deserves, and I am grateful for every woman, the teacher, the Didi who becomes a part of that effort, who fills the gaps not with absence, but with a different kind of presence. The atmosphere had transformed, the judgment had evaporated, replaced by a shared understanding of silent battles and quiet triumphs. As the meeting concluded, Sanvi ran to her mother. Ananya knelt and hugged her tightly. You wrote that? She whispered. Yes, Mama, for you, and for Rajni Didi, and for Ma'am. Mrs. Sharma walked over. Captain, my apologies for my earlier tone. And Sanvi, that paragraph deserves to be on the school bulletin board. You've taught us all something today. Later, as Ananya and Sanvi walked out hand in hand, the earlier critic parent approached them. Captain, she said, her voice hesitant, what you said about carrying both. It's not easy, is it? Ananya smiled, a genuine, tired, but happy smile. No, it's not. It's the hardest mission of all. But as long as we keep trying, our children learn the most important lesson, not of perfection, but of perseverance. That night, after tucking Sanvi into bed, Ananya looked at the paragraph now proudly pinned on their fridge. Her phone buzzed a notification for her next deployment briefing. She took a deep breath. There would be another PTM she might miss, another school play where her seat might be empty. But she also knew that in Sambi's heart, and in the hearts of all who heard her words today, a new definition of a role model had taken root. It wasn't the one who was always there, but the one who, against all odds, always tried. And in that trying, she carried worlds the nation on her shoulders, and her daughter's dreams in her heart, proving that every woman who tries creates a symphony of roles, each note essential, each effort a testament to an unconquerable spirit. The end. If this story resonated with you, please subscribe, like, share, and comment below. Your thoughts encourage the creation of more stories like this. Thank you for listening. Until next time.